Wait until there is at least some chance of an even start. Two Northcliffe teams, the Northcliffe A team have taken this out the last 2 years. Surface Paradise, our own Trevor Hendy will be involved in this, along with Shannon Eckstein, Maroochydore, Redhead, Tugun, and across the other side, Mooloolaba, Collaroy, North Burleigh, Swansea, Belmont, Southport, and Cottesloe. Maroubra and Queenscliff rounding out the field. And look, the Ironmen, they're fantastic. There's no question about that, and full respect to them. But this is the highlight of any surf carnival for any club. And up on these skis I'll go, and they'll just tear out. And we'll get down to the beach now with Pete Calhoun to see how he's viewing the start before we pick up with Francis. Pete.
Well, the wind has not abated one little bit. The guys are still heading towards that southern end. They'll do a big zig, then a zag back onto the turning cans. Interesting to note, this event has been won 21 times by a Queensland club and only 7 times from a New South Wales club. They're the only 2 states ever to win it. So it'll be interesting to see if it could be an upset from another state, perhaps.
Well, a bit of bad news so far for Surface Paradise. Stephen King got hit by an early wave and has dropped well back. Leading at the moment on that red and white ski would be Crilly, and they're in a slightly better alley, Francis.
Yeah, they are. They're further down up on the northern end of the beach, which is proving to be a fairly good alley on the way out to the cans at the moment. And we've got Meredith over from Mooloolaba. Looks like he's paddling in the lead of the second pack.
Yes, he's in that second pack. Oh, one of them's just lost it. Now, we've got Northcliffe A with Crilly tearing away. I'll try and pick up the team that lost it. I think it may well have been Redhead. It was Redhead A has lost it. That was Peter Scott, former Olympian, terrific paddler, and he was the one knocked off that ski. Probably sitting in third position at the moment is Northcliffe B. So Northcliffe A and B are first and third.
Yeah, this is the cream of the paddlers from the top clubs around Australia. And not only is this just a prestigious event to get into, you've got to think they've also got to have not only the skill, but they've got to have a lot of luck to make it through so many rounds just to make it into this final. It certainly is prestigious.
So there's Crilly for Northcliffe leading them out on that red and white ski. He's heading towards our own top-class ski paddler, Jimmy Walker. Jimmy.
Say the Peter Scott from Redhead come off. What happened? He was next to Nick Crilly. He got so much air and the wind just threw him off. That's how strong the wind is out here. The swell is so steep, so big. Watch when they turn this third can. Nick Crilly in front over Stephen Meredith. How quick they come behind.
So not only will it blow a dog off a chain, it'll blow a paddler off a ski. The breeze out here, it really is gusting, probably upwards of about 25 knots. As you can see, Jimmy Walker's ski trying to cut through this pack, and he's right on the back of this leading group at the moment. But it's Northcliffe A from Mooloolaba A and North Burleigh at this stage, and that is Crilly, followed by Stephen Mega Meredith, and he'd be fired up today because he missed out on the Ironman finals.
Yeah, Northcliffe A going for their third consecutive win in the...
Yeah, Steve Meredith and Nick Crilly coming in. Great work. They're just on top of that wave. They're just going to sit back, have a bit of a rest, and then they're going to start building it back up and make sure they get back to the beach right in line with that turning flag.
Stephen Meredith, a former Australian ski champion. You definitely want him leading off your Taplin relay team.
Yes, and he's going to get the best of this too, Mega Meredith. There's a little question about that. The Mooloolaba colours, the maroon and white. In he comes. Disappointment today, both for him, for Jeremy Cotter, for Trevor Hendy, for Darren Mercer. Some big names missing out on the Ironman that we'll see tomorrow. But gee, there's some very big names going through. But here he is, and he'll tag his next paddler. That's Surface Paradise, King. He struggled early on, but look at him get up and run. This transition's very important. Pete's down there watching it.
Want to get in Mega Meredith's way. I tell you, he had that look of killer in his eye again, and his teammates are urging him on. The pack is now spread out over the best part of 100 metres, so that initial ski leg could make all the difference, but the conditions the way they are, these teams won't give up till the end.
And it looks like he's tagging Simon Martin, who we saw paddle very strongly in the opening leg of the Ironman semis.
Yes, he did, as Simon Martin leads them out from Mooloolaba, from Northcliffe rather, and then North Burleigh. We're going to take a break, come back with the rest of the Lifesaver Relay. See in a moment just how that occurred. There was plenty of mayhem on the way back in as Bagley now absolutely sprints through this transition. He'll give it to himself. The board paddlers are next, and he'll tag the first of the Northcliffe board paddlers. They've won it the last 2 years in a row. Can they make it 3? They're on their way at this stage, Northcliffe. Now, Mooloolaba was in second position. I think you might find that Surfers Paradise will be now, and they'll probably be tagging either to Trevor Hendy or Corey Hutchings. But this is what happened. This was Simon Martin. He was in front for Mooloolaba. Away he went, and down he went. Now he tries to hang on to this as long as he possibly can, goes over the side, he's hanging onto the ski, takes great strength, and the strength just leaves him at the last moment, and then he had to swim in. As a result, they're now in third or fourth position.
But back to the race, and Northcliffe A leading with Ty Darker out there on the board, developing a really great lead from the next club.
So it's Northcliffe from Surfers Paradise, and then Southport. Mooloolaba, we think, are probably fifth because Tugun is in fourth position. So Mooloolaba at best fifth, and just one little mistake and it could be all over Red Rover for the Mooloolaba side. That does include, we should point out too, the two brothers, Dean and Darren Mercer.
Yeah, Brad, it just goes to show, doesn't it, that you can have a great lead in a team event like this, but anything can happen in the next leg.
Certainly can. Anything does happen in surf, I say. That's the great thing about it. We're looking at Nathan Meyer from Surfers Paradise going out there. Great skills from Nathan going over that whitewash.
Let's go down to the beach with Pete and Steve Megameredith.
Well, he had a magnificent opening ski leg. He handed on to Simon Martin. He got dusted.
Yeah, it hasn't gone too well for Slim. It's pretty tricky out there, but as you know, these things, anything can happen and usually does. So,
mate, you had that look of killer, but you never give up in one of these events, do you?
No, mate. I mean, we're on into the third leg now with 3 to go, so you know there's a long way to go yet.
Still haven't given up, boys.
Well, they shouldn't, because all it'll take is another couple of competitors to get smashed by a few of these waves, and who knows what could happen. But at the moment, it's Northcliffe, the defending champs, out in front and doing it pretty well. This is Dowker, I think, isn't it?
Yep, that's Ty Darker from Northcliffe out in front. You know, paddling really strongly there, out in the green water where he wants to be. Got out through that break nice and cleanly, so that makes it much easier for Ty.
Gold medalist today with your brother-in-law. How does it feel, mate?
Fantastic. You know, to finish off, I guess, my career in these Australian Championships, to win a gold with my brother-in-law, it's certainly a good way to go out.
We can see Jimmy Walker just sitting back as the leading competitors go past him now, Jim. We've got Northcliffe from Tugun and then Surfers Paradise. Craig Riddington, he's got a marvellous record, and he's in with a chance again tomorrow. We'll see him in that Open Surf Race final. As now Dowker trying to work these little runs, trying to get himself a bit of a lift home. He's looking over his shoulder because he knows that there's waves to come, and he'll get those back straps and just hold to the beach.
Yeah, you can see Ty's been a little bit unlucky there. He's had to wait for a wave to come up to him. But he's just sitting back now, just lying down.
But here's second and third on the same wave. We've got Tugun and Surfers Paradise. We're looking at the Tugun competitor at the moment on that cracker board, but just to his right, just out of shot at the moment, there he is. The jet skis between the two of them is the Surfers Paradise competitor. So they're currently in second and third.
And of course, they'll be handing on to another board paddler. Next, into the transition now goes Northcliffe A. And he'll be passing on to Wotherspoon.
Yep, that's right, Paul Wotherspoon. Great board paddler. Last year he finished third at the Australian Championships in the board race. Passing on to him, and hopefully Northcliffe can come through for their third consecutive victory.
Well, there's a tag. The lead's not that big, though, given the state of these conditions. Who knows what could happen? The second competitor's already gone through and tagged. We're waiting for the third now, which I think will be Surfers Paradise. Currently in second position is Tugun. There's Surfers Paradise just in front.
And that looks like Trevor Hendy going out for Surfers Paradise now with the number 4 on his back.
And Maroochydore is now past Swansea Belmont too. So our leaders are Northcliffe from Tugun, Surfers Paradise and Maroochydore.
Yeah, that Maroochydore paddle was actually their first board paddler. The ski paddle actually got a little bit held up there, so that's Maroochidore's first board paddle going out.
Yeah, sorry, my apologies. I saw them